Shalom, call hello, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us as truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yahshua, back with the WW3 Daily update on Monday, so we're going to take it easy. Just get a complete overview of what has happened over the weekend and how things are moving forward, all right? And instead of going to old Matthew 24, we're going to go to Luke 29, 21 and 9, all right? Starting King James, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, all right? Like wars and rumors of war, but this is wars and commotions. Be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Okay? Wars and uprisings, wars and insurrections, wars and tumults, wars and rebellions, commotions. Did we already get commotions? That's 5 different ones. Commotions, revolts, disturbances. Of course, we got wars, rebellions, tumults, commotions, riots, wars and riots, seditions among men. Okay? Revolutions. Where's Prince? Okay, uprisings of the people. Insurrections, rebellions, insurrections, disturbances, turmoils, uprisings, all right? Okay, so, hey, these things must needs be. All right, let's watch a Johnny Storm here. Don't speak news. Things are heating up, prayed up and prepped up. You can support my work, blah. Okay, so this is yesterday. Today's the 23rd. War update. Senator Mitt Romney, says NATO should prepare for that. For this. What is it? Wars and commotions? Wars and threats? NATO should what? As what? Polish troops enter what? Polish troops do what? NATO enters the war. All right. This is big news. Poland is part of NATO. If Poland is in the Ukraine right now, which they are, that's World War III, people. All right? Meaning very soon they're going to have to declare World War III.
Senator Mitt Romney says NATO should prepare for Russian nuclear strike, and that's happening just as, on Telegram and other places, I'm seeing that 2 battalions of Polish troops have arrived in Pavlograd.
Okay, so let's play that again and understand what he said. Nuclear strikes. NATO should prepare for tactical nuclear strikes. You hear it so much now that it's going in one ear and out the other, and you got your head in the ground like an ostrich. All right? This is how this thing is escalating. All right? The Polish troops are in the Ukraine now. Poland is part of NATO. What must Vlad do now? He has to take the next step. He's being pushed right into this thing, and he can't back down. He's like Tom Petty out here. All right?
Senator Mitt Romney says NATO should prepare for Russian nuclear strike, and that's happening just as, on Telegram and other places, I'm seeing that 2 battalions of Polish troops have arrived in Pavlograd. It's being reported by the War Gonzo Project in Dnepr. According to the info, 2 battalions of Polish infantry moved out from Kiev the day before and have already reached Pavlograd. Each battalion has 4 Rapira anti-tank guns, armored personnel carriers, and American armored cars. At present, the Polish infantry is being prepared for the transfer to the Adisky front. Whether we're talking about regular troops or mercenaries is difficult to say. But in any case, the appearance of these against the background of Zelensky's dances with the Rada regarding the participation of foreign contingents in hostilities looks quite logical. And so, we have heard rumors now for a long time that the Poles were going to enter the war right about this time frame. And there are also rumors of a false flag that would allow them to do so, but so far we haven't seen that. But in the meantime, they are there. Hal Turner also reporting it. He was actually one of the first reports I saw. And staggering reports are coming in. It says here, claiming 2 battalions of Polish army troops have entered Ukraine covertly. Overnight, 2 battalions of Polish infantry moved up from Kiev, and have already reached Pavlograd, as I just read to you. Now, additional reports are saying that the British SAS have been inside Ukraine, carrying out special commando operations against the Russians as well, which has been widely known for a while now. Worse, reports now admit that the U.S. is on the ground inside eastern Ukraine, doing targeting, mapping, and other things, and instructing, as I showed you in a video earlier today. And he's also updated his article to talk about Senator Romney saying that NATO should prepare for a Russian nuclear strike. And guess what? Since he's inside the circle of power in D.C., guys, we should probably take a listen to what he's saying here. He's telling us what's going to happen next as they set up the use of nuclear weapons in this war. So now with the rumors of Poland and other NATO allies actually deploying regular troops inside Ukraine, Russia may indeed be forced to use tactical nukes in order to stop a rapid NATO advance. So we'll have to see how this develops. Nonetheless, it's developing. And Pavlograd, as you can see on the map of Ukraine, is in eastern Ukraine, guys. This is the battlefront right up in here. That's where they've sent them. Now, we don't know at this point if it's mercenaries or regular troops, but they did come from Poland. So there you have it. That's the latest on that situation. Also, the U.S. is drawing up plans to sink the Russian Black Sea Fleet, and that's coming from Ukraine itself. Now, shortly after Reuters, I should say, published an exclusive story that the White House was looking to move advanced anti-ship missiles to Ukraine, an official in Kiev said that the U.S. is making a plan to sink Russia's Black Sea Fleet.
That is huge news. That is huge news. What is Vlad supposed to say about that? A U.S. drawing up plans to sink the Russian Black Sea Fleet. That's world. This isn't Ukraine. This is Babylon. This is World War III, people. Okay?
So Ukrainian Ministry of Internal Affairs advisor Anton Gerashenko tweeted out that the U.S. is preparing a plan to destroy the Russian Black Sea Fleet.
Just to hear that. If you're making plans, that's one thing. You keep your plans secret. No, they're telegraphing, letting you know what's next. World War III is next. All right, nothing's stopping this.
The effective work of the Ukrainians on Russian warships has convinced the U.S. to prepare a plan to unblock the Ukrainian ports. Deliveries of powerful anti-ship weapons are being discussed. And also, Israel has talked about shipping over their anti-ship missiles to Ukraine. So it's ongoing. But now they're just coming right out and saying it that the U.S. is drawing up the plans to sink the Russian Black Sea Fleet. I mean, how much longer is Russia going to sit there and listen to this before, like Romney says, they unleash the nukes on NATO, including here in the continental U.S.
And China, we'll go into that tomorrow, how a meeting was leaked about how they're going to enter the ports on the West Coast. All right, so if you don't know these things, you understand? If you're not monitoring what's going on, you don't think World War III is imminent.
Ready and prepped up, guys. Like we always say, prayed up first, prepped up second, because we don't know how long we have here on this earth. So make Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior today while there's still time. And don'tspeaknews.com, of course, is home.
Okay. All right, so we'll go into China tomorrow. This is enough for today. Let's get on the way out here. Let's just get this Revelation 11. It's coming quickly. The third woe is coming quickly. Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe, World War II, is past. And behold, look, the third woe cometh quickly. Is it not? All right. So with that, we hope that the elect were edified. Just a quick recap. This is the first daily update since Friday, since we don't do them on the weekend. So we hope that, with that, we hope that the elect, you brothers and few sisters, were edified. And with that, we're going to say shalom.